I read earlier of a young lad who was fast-tracked to a custodial sentence, 28 months, for, and get this, baring his teeth at the police during one of the recent protests. No, it wasn't the Hare Hills one. Have you read of anyone in the Hare Hills protests or riots being fast-tracked to a custodial sentence? I haven't. Even the bloke who set the double-decker bus on fire, he's been arrested, and that's all I know. Nothing in the news about him. But then again, I wonder why. Swings and roundabouts, isn't it, with the mainstream media? What about Ricky Jones, the now former or suspended Labour councillor who told a huge crowd of lefties in London that right-wingers needed to be unalived or thrown out the country because we don't believe in the same things he does. He's been arrested, he's been remanded, but fast-tracked to a custodial sentence? No, of course not. They're probably waiting for him to have a stellar defence in order to get him off. He won't go to jail permanently. Well, he doesn't need to go permanently for that, does he? A long time, maybe. To make things even, definitely. But they'll get him off, I reckon. Again, I wonder why. Now, there's a petition online to get Prime Minister Keir Starmer, or Keir Jong-un, or two-tier Keir, whatever you want to call him, to resign. Of course, he won't. That petition is an utter waste of time. So far, there are 200,000 signatures. There could be 200,000 million signatures. The guy won't stand down. Do you think the guy who is a Remoaner, so against Brexit, is going to listen to a petition when he wouldn't even listen to a democratic vote like Brexit? 17.5 million Brits voted to leave the EU, and he is one of the MPs in Parliament who didn't want it to happen. He put a spanner in the works as well. So because of that, he ain't going anywhere. He's a socialist. Remember, these lefties, these socialists, Marxists and communists, they don't step down too easily. They don't relinquish power just like that. They don't listen to the people. It's their way or the highway. And if you don't like their way, then, you know, they beat it into you until you conform. And that's what's happening with these arrests at the moment and the custodial sentences. Do you agree? So here's the hard truth, ladies and gents. Keir Starmer's going nowhere. He ain't moving. He will do his full term as Prime Minister. The reason being, unless there's a in-party coup within Labour to oust him, and if there isn't one now, then there will never be one for sure, or he's involved in a huge scandal, then we're going to have this idiot as our Prime Minister for the next 5 years. So we've got 5 years of this, and he's been, what, just over a month or so in, and look what he's already done. He's turned Britain upside down. He has made people believe that they are second-class citizens in their own country compared to people who break the law in order to get in here. And as for the anonymous social media account telling people to rise up and just throw him out, get a reality check, all right? This isn't some socialist hellhole. Well, it's getting that way, I know, but that's not how we do things here. Imagine doing that, and then that'll be just an excuse then for them to bring even more stricter rules to take away more of our freedoms. We will be a laughingstock across the world. We're British. We don't do shit like that. Like I've written on my other social media page, we have to rough this one out. What's happening now is Labour is the other cheek of the same arse, the other cheek occupied by the Tories. The Tories are finished. They're done. They are gone. All right. There is no point trying to wish for them to become conservatives again. It's not going to happen. No way. Because being conservative goes against woke ideology and principles, and woke ideology and principles is like a cancer through Parliament. It infests absolutely everything. You need a party, a right-wing party, to go in there, running as a right-wing party, a Conservative party, and that party is Reform, headed by Nigel Farage. And so the best thing we can do is just back Farage and Reform and make them become the opposition to replace the Tories. I think that is our goal for the next general election. Whether Keir Starmer gets another term or not, I don't know. I think ultimately that's down to his own party. We have no power at the moment to get rid of him, other through a election, and that's in 5 years' time. But we need to back Nigel Farage, we need to back Reform, make them grow, make the numbers grow, and make them the official opposition for the next election. And then build up from there and hopefully become government. Labour at the moment, the reason they're being so draconian, I believe, is because they are backed against a wall. Their other half, the Tories, have been destroyed. They rely on the Tories to get themselves elected. It's a vicious cycle. It's the two-party system, Labour followed by Conservative, and so on and so on. And the country can't afford that anymore, but that's what they want. So, because they have such power and such a status quo over the system and how things work, petitions ain't going to happen. David Atherton sharing it every day on X is a waste of his time. It's a waste of your time as well, signing it. That's why I haven't. It's wishful thinking. It's for the birds. It really is. And that's all I've got to say on the matter so far. And there we go. I'm Paz49. Thanks for watching. And until the next time, remember to subscribe. If you haven't yet, then shame on you. Why not? And I'll see you next time. Roger Trout.